As I stated before in my other videos, white people have a serious obsession with calling the police on Black people. And it's obviously a taught behavior because you see too many of them doing it. When you see too much of something, it's being taught. Okay. This is a story that many of you probably heard that came out of Pennsylvania. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is like the Alabama of the North. That's the best way I can describe it. This is Newsweek, April 24th, 2018. Pennsylvania Golf Club ejects Black women, including NAACP Sandra Thompson, for playing too slowly. So they called the cops on these 5 Black women that were golfing because they were playing too slowly. And they said there was no one behind them. They were not even holding anyone up. And that was the reason for calling the cops on these Black women. They were playing too slowly. It goes back to what I was saying. White people call the cops for frivolous shit. Stuff that's not even important. All I can say is I doubt if this country club had a lot of Black members. I really seriously don't see it. So boycotting in this case may not be of any use. But since this story, ladies and gentlemen, they're now trying to come out with an apology to these women. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
So what they're saying is that, again, we took 20 minutes, but these group right here was right behind us. So if we took 20 minutes, then that means that they came off of hole 9,
you got off the
and they have not yet hard off on hole 10. Then the group behind us had to take 20 minutes to get from 9 to 10.
It's 128. You got off the green at 12:45.
And so they're saying they want to kick us off the hole. And this is former Commissioner Steve Chronister.
Congratulations, you're a real winner.
So they say they want to kick us off the hole because we took a break in between the holes, and the people behind us had not even teed off yet.
Remove yourself from our premises in the next 5 minutes, please.
Because the authorities have been called.
All right.
Okay. Back off. It's fine.
Okay.
We asked you 3 times now to remove yourself from the premises. You have yet to remove yourself.
And why is it that we took? Why did you say you would remove us from the premises? What was the confrontation? You came to us. We were trying to tee off, and you came. 5 of you men came up to us.
So we said, "Hey, can you move along quicker, please?"
No. We were just about to tee off. The group took a beer break, and so we were about to tee off, and you just came to us saying we had to leave.
All right.
It's a public place, and you wouldn't be involved if you didn't say anything. And so now they're just starting.
Leaving? I've never had a conversation with anyone.
They're just starting to tee off now. After they got their soda, they got their beer, they got their drink, and now they're just starting to tee off. Yeah. And this is the group that was behind us the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. So. How long does this guy own this course?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you see the arrogancy in these people. And this is what I say, Black people. You know, it gets to the point where
Joe, I mean, that display
have
about the
got
president.
to we just got to know that any given time when you're out in public around these folks, you could sneeze and they'll get on the phone and call the cops. That's how frivolous they are. So since that confrontation has taken place, they're now trying to issue an apology to these women. You know why? Because they realize legally they don't have a leg to stand on for what they did to them. That's why. If they felt like they did, they would not be concerned about an apology. But you see how arrogant they were? So when black people are out doing something, so some white person is off to the side timing us, get the hell out of here, man. So this just came out not long ago. Golf club apologizes for calling cops on black women members. A golf club in Pennsylvania has apologized for calling police on a group of black women after the co-owner and his father said they were playing too slowly and refused requests to leave the course. I don't know why they had to leave either. Just looking at that confrontation, it made no sense that there was a confrontation in the first place. I could see if you ran into her, but she said you just came out of nowhere walking over to them. So again, I felt we were discriminated against. One of the women, Manisa Ojo, I think, told the York Daily Record. It was a horrific experience. Sandra Thompson and 4 friends met up Saturday to play a round of golf at the Grandview Golf Club, where they were all members. So every one of them had a membership there. I sure hope they don't have one now. I wouldn't pay those bastards a dime. I wouldn't give them shit. At the second hole, a white man whose son co-owns the club came up to them twice to complain that they weren't keeping up with the pace of play. Thompson, an attorney, and the head of the York chapter of the NAACP. Oh, no wonder why they're apologizing. Oh, okay, I'm getting it now. She was an attorney and the head of the chapter. Woo, they fucked up walking up to her. Told the paper it was untrue. On the same hole, another member of the group, Sandra Harrison, said she spoke with Grandview Golf Pro, who said they were fine since they were keeping pace with the group ahead of them. Despite that, the women skipped the third hole to avoid any other issues. Now, that's a damn shame. Now, they are paid members and can't even get out there and play the way they want to. That's ridiculous. Thompson said the man from the second hold identified as former York County Commissioner Steve Chronister, his son, club co-owner Jordan Chronister, and several other white male employees approached the remaining 2 women and said they took too long of a break and they need to leave the course. The women argued they took an appropriate break and that the men behind them were still on their beer break and not ready to tee off, as seen in the video Thompson gave the newspaper. The women were told that the police had been called. See, do you see what I'm saying, y'all? Okay, it's going to have to get to the point where if we're out in business and one of those people at the business call the cops on you over some bitchy ass issue, like you sat down and didn't order and you're going too slow and you're shopping too slow, we can't spend our money there anymore. I sure hope these women demand a refund and sue these people, because that was frivolous. It was frivolous bullshit. But like I said, Pennsylvania is the Alabama of the North. That's what Pennsylvania is. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I know what that damn state is all about. Okay, so the article just kind of goes into Starbucks and what happens. But, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to my black brothers and sisters. What we are seeing over these past few weeks is actually something that is very common, that has happened to us all throughout history. in businesses in America. The only reason why this is coming to light more because we are in the day and age of technology, where we can whip out our phones and record things where before, when they were doing this stuff, this exact same thing in the past, we didn't have any way of recording it. But now we do. Now we do. And we can record these things and then post it on social media. So we have seen Starbucks, and this is like within a week, Starbucks. We have seen LA Fitness. We're seeing this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Okay? And it's not going to get better. These things will continue to occur as long as we are in this system of white supremacy. You can count on these things just escalating and getting worse. But again, they are obsessed with calling the police on Black people. They don't care if you're just standing there and not committing a crime. They're going to call the cops anyway. So now you see that white people use the cops as a weapon against Black people. And that's the best way I can describe it. Okay, so and these women show you in this whole thing, you don't have to commit a crime in order for white people to call the cops on you. You don't have to commit, no crime has to be involved. They will call the cops anyway. This is what they love to do to Black people. They enjoy doing this to us. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell and join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.